You do everything you can, of course, to protect your child, from strapping them into car seats to making sure they're sleeping on their backs and their cribs. You're learning all about all of these worries, right?
Exactly, and even more worries now. But
Yeah.
what are you feeding them? A new study says there's something inside baby food that could be damaging to your baby's brain. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is here. Hank, we're talking about food that you and I both have given to our babies.
We have, yeah. I have these puffs in the kitchen right now, and I saw this report come down. I had a panic attack, but you have to take a moment, look at the numbers, really figure it all out. We're talking about foods like these puffs, even biscuits, the teething biscuits, foods with carrots or sweet potatoes. A new study shows that there's lead, arsenic, and other dangers that could be hiding in some popular baby food products.
This is an important thing. Our food supply is meant to be safe.
In a brand new investigation by the organization Healthy Babies Bright Futures, 1 in 5 baby foods tested had over 10 times the 1 parts per billion limit of lead, something health advocates say is very concerning.
There is no safe level of lead that can be eaten by anybody, let alone babies. So any amount of lead in baby food or anything that even touches a baby's mouth is potentially harmful, and you would want to avoid that at all costs.
In fact, of the 168 foods from major manufacturers, 95% contained lead, 73% contained arsenic, 75% contained cadmium, and 32% contained mercury. Our local 4 Dr. Frank McGeorge says this is a concern for babies, their brains, and also their development.
Their nervous systems are still being developed, and heavy metal effects are primarily on the nervous system.
So what are the high-risk foods? Rice-based cereals and snacks tested higher for arsenic. A good alternative, anything that's rice-free. If you use something like a rice biscuit for teething, try a wet washcloth or a frozen banana instead. And for cereal, use multigrain or oatmeal. Another area of concern, juice that contains higher levels of lead. Health experts say stick with water and milk. If you must use juice, water it down by half. And while U.S. parents should be concerned, it's also a call on the FDA to investigate and work to reduce the exposure of heavy metals in all of our foods.
Now remember, some minerals and things like arsenic are naturally found in soil and water, so sometimes the presence of a heavy metal is dependent on how the product is grown and produced. It is inevitable to find higher levels, but this is just a good reminder for parents to be cautious and really have an understanding of what you're feeding your baby. I'm the one that was reading that story, and that wet washcloth, that's not going to work.
That doesn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
way to fess up.
yeah, exactly. That's just not going to work. But I mean,
Should we throw it away?
No, I think, and Dr. McGeorge mentioned this within the context of the story. It's all in moderation. Don't let your baby eat an entire
No, he just
can
eats
of
like
these.
maybe 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, and I eat 5 or 6. They're good.
That's exactly
right. I've been
Parents-
snacking during that story.
1 for you, 2 for me. That's how it goes.
Yep.
All right,
All right,
Hank, we
sure.
appreciate it.